This video is how to embody your feminine energy, and I'm going to preface this in a way that's probably going to make a lot of you mad. This will help women who are naturally women who are being forced to take on masculine roles in a society where we're encouraged to prioritize ambition and achievement over self-care, self-reflection, and the nurturing sides of us. And so this video is to help women who want to be women, who are sick of the hustle culture, the go, go, go mentality, the doing energy, who feel like things are a little bit off, that they're tired and they feel detached, and who want to sink back into that being energy and realign and reattach their natural feminine. This video is for you. And I'm going to explain to you how you can be in that feminine energy, because in this day and age, there is lack of feminine, elegant women, and there is a decline in masculine men. The qualities of a feminine woman, that would include things like being agreeable, accepting, forgiving, collaborative, you're reflective, you're creative, you're sensual, gentle, she's empathetic. And so when I speak to these women who say that they don't need a man and they want to focus on productivity, the empathetic side of me says you've been hurt, or you don't trust people, or you think that you can just do everything on your own. And that's a very exhausting place to be. So the empathetic side of me wants to help you embrace the femininity and to help you see the power in your feminine energy. So let's quickly talk about how we ended up here where most women are detached from their feminine energy. After the feminist movement thrust us into the workplace, women started leaning into their productivity and that aggressive nature in order to be top earners, in order to prove themselves in a male-dominated industry, because they really had to assert the fact that they were equal to men and that they could do everything a man can do. And that detaches you from your feminine energy. I've had women say, Marie, I'm really muscular, or I feel a little bit like a tomboy. How can I be in my feminine energy? Or they ask, I have to be a go-getter at work. I have to be a producer in a male-dominated industry. And those women are forgetting that femininity comes from within. It's a way of being. It's your mindset, and it's how you sit in your body. The feminine energy is a little bit more laid back. It's in the being energy. It's not in the doing energy. It's in the receiving energy. So it's less in your head and being analytical and more in your body. And so today I'm going over 7 ways to embody your feminine energy. 1, the first thing that you have to understand with feminine energy, it's not the energy of doing. So that question in itself, how do I be in my feminine energy, is already flawed, because you don't need to do. You actually need to stop doing. You've been programmed in this, how do I do this? How do I do that mentality? But the beautiful thing about feminine energy is that you get to sink back and just reconnect with your body. Before you even begin the day, you have to make sure that you're connected and aligned. And the fastest way to do that is just to breathe. So take in slow, deep breaths and really feel everything that's around you, observe everything that's around you, and also smell anything that's around you. If you're sitting down watching this video, feel your seat underneath of you. If you're standing, feel the ground underneath your feet. You've just got to reconnect to your body and be very present and feel everything. When you're in your go-go mentality, you're just focused and you're focused outward. You're not focused inward. So let's shift that focus and come back into our body. 2 is allow time to recharge for self-care and reflection. Women nowadays, we're really forced to be in this hustle culture, but there's a lot of power in the pause. Just sit quietly for 5 minutes. No distractions. Just allow yourself to rest. So that means taking a bath, your skincare routines, going and getting a massage, journaling, go outside for a walk, and just work through your thoughts. Just really take time for that self-care. Because if you're in your masculine, you're not focused on how you're feeling. You're prioritizing productivity. You're prioritizing a plan that you've got to execute on. Whereas in the feminine energy, you really do focus on how you're feeling. So take time for self-care and self-reflection and slow down. 4, you need to spend time with other women. It's true, ladies, you need to surround yourself with some other women. If you're having a hard time making female friends because you just don't seem to connect with them, maybe you're a little bit in your masculine, and that's a big sign that you need to try to connect with women. You'll be more connected to your feminine energy, and you'll feel better about connecting with other women, and you'll be able to relate with the way that they're feeling and their interests if you prioritize the things that are naturally, intrinsically important to us. So stop trying to be one of the boys and spend more time with other women. 5, Make your own pleasure a priority. I don't mean being extremely selfish. However, if you're always prioritizing other people's needs above your own, you're going to burn out. I'm sure you've heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. And so make sure that you're always prioritizing yourself, because that way you can actually show up better for others. And don't be afraid to say no and set very clear boundaries and articulate them. 6, do things that spark your creativity. So that could be journaling, it could be painting, singing, whatever it is, lean into that. 7, listen to your intuition. We often ignore intuition thinking that it's going to lead us astray. But how many times have you proven to yourself that your intuition was right and you went against your intuition because you didn't trust it? Listening to your intuition helps you to make decisions quickly, which allows you to rapidly adjust to ever-changing conditions, to lean into your intuition and to trust yourself, to listen to your inner voice. How do you learn to trust and listen to your intuition? You can start by checking in with your body, notice other people's energies, and listening to how you feel. Women aren't appreciating themselves and seeing their bodies like a temple. I'm noticing that women are throwing themselves out there, dressing provocatively, living these licentious lifestyles and exposing themselves on things like OnlyFans. And you're not appreciating your own femininity and the power that that holds and the standards of respect that you should have for yourself, which then would encourage others to respect you. I encourage you to be around more women who see sexuality as power. Your sexuality is power, but not when you give it to everybody. And just a bonus tip, because we both know you have to be productive. You can't just sit around having baths, journaling, going for walks, connecting to your body all day. You actually need to be productive. How do you be feminine and productive, specifically in work? Are you pursuing something that you're passionate about, that doesn't drain you, that you feel excited to wake up and pursue? Is it something that you feel leans into your greater purpose? If not, you're going to perpetually be in your masculine energy because you're in that go-go mentality with no regards to how you're feeling. I see that story all the time. In conclusion, we all have our masculine energy. We all have our feminine energy. The key is to find the balance in both, especially in this action-oriented world. But you need to be tapping into your feminine energy on a regular basis. When you start practicing these simple tips, you'll just approach life with a little bit more flow. Learn to flow with life and not try to be in charge of everything, in control of everything, and just trust the process. And everything will feel more aligned. You ladies now have some tips that you can use to be in your feminine energy. And if you approach life this way, a little bit more calm, with a little bit more grace, I think you'll notice that you experience a much more rich life. Thank you for watching. If you stayed to the very end of this video, make sure you hit like. And if you want to see more videos on femininity in our culture, make sure you hit subscribe.